Taurus, that you're going to be running and chasing for a long time. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it, y'all. Number one fan, Central 6 Universe. I appreciate it. Thank you, Robbie. But you can't chase happiness. I think you can attract it. JLV. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it, y'all. You can't chase happiness. You can't, but I do believe if you are in your divine feminine Templar, thank you, energy, that you can draw happiness towards you. You can draw blessings in your way. Things can work out in your favor, again, when you start to do that self-work. And I can say, and I can speak for me, is that I've always been a woman that is in tune. Thank you, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I've always been a woman that's been in tune. Hey, Angela, on late night, y'all. Hey, y'all. Talking about energy tonight. Late night lesson on energy, on how energy is currency, energy is transferable. And I always say it's like, time is that one thing that we continue to spend, but we never know how much we have left. And if we really look at it like that, we'll start to say, well, dang, I need to be more intentional about how I'm spending it because I don't know how much I have. You know, you know what? I like to draw, and I think I am going to draw it out, y'all. I like to look at life, like, remember I say it's a journey. And I am such a visual learner. I am a visual learner. I've always been that way. So I like to get people to put it in perspective, being able to envision what I'm saying. So I always say everybody should have a goal. Remember, your goals are the things that you set for yourself, and you start making actions and a plan to work towards them, to accomplish them. So I say at the top of that goal, and normally people put career, career in that circle. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to start I want to do YouTube. I want to do a channel. So that's my goal. So I always say you want to think of it in your mind, but it's still just a dream if you don't take the proper and necessary steps to bring it to reality. So if I want to start a YouTube channel, I need to say, okay, well, what topic? So that's your what, your when, and then I like to look at it like your how. So you have your goal. When are you going to do it by? Your when. So how long will it take you to, hey y'all, welcome in. So tonight we're just talking about energy and how to actually transmute, like alchemy, again, taking things, our pain, and turning it into purpose, taking our dreams and turning them into reality. So I'm telling you how I kind of process the plans that I have for myself, okay? So you're going to have your goals. So if it's to start a YouTube channel, you always want to cover your what, your when, and your how. So my what am I going to be talking about on YouTube? For me, like I said, I like to I like to speak my truth. So that helped me to think of my brand name, right? And that's Life with Tan. So that's how I did that, right? So I'm just going to call it LWT. So that's my what is Life with Tan. And then I always say, to me, when it comes to creating and being a content creator, oh, thank you for my moderators, y'all, in the chat. You want to be able to, y'all, that done threw me off. My Life with Tan is your what. So this is the general breakdown, and this is a system I use when I'm making decisions, when I'm trying to go after my dreams. And y'all know I'm a woman that I'm always having goals for myself. And I encourage you to do the same. Never stop wanting to do more. Remember, in life, things change, seasons change, you change. So be okay with changing. Be okay with saying, you know what, I want to change my field of expertise in a sense. Remember, since high school, I was saying nursing is what I want to do. And here I am. This is outside. I still am a nurse. I always be a nurse, but I still have things now that I'm adding on to that to-do list. That thing, those accomplishments that I will set for myself in life. Okay, y'all don't forget to show me some love, like and subscribe for me. But here we go. We're gonna go back to it. So if you're saying that you want a YouTube channel, you got your questions, your 3 questions. I always say you need to be able to answer your what, when, and how. So then I'm gonna say my win. And remember, I say you don't wait on tomorrow for what reason. Go after your dreams and your goals today. Do it now. So I'm gonna say, give yourself, well, we'll say a week, right? 1 week. By 1 week, we're going to have our YouTube channel up and rolling. Remember, we're just walking through the process, y'all, but y'all fill in the bubbles with whatever you need. So remember, I said I wanted to start a YouTube. My what? I said my LWT, that's my Life with Tam. So me, when it comes to content creating, I always say create from a place that you are already naturally in. You can do it, and you can speak on this topic with ease. It's who you are, is what you do. You see, the people that blow up, you say, like viral videos, they're just doing and living their everyday life. So if they're a foodie, they're going to be reviewing food. If they are good at painting or shopping, decorating, I always say you're in your season of flow when you are in what you do best. So that's just my tip for anybody out there that wants to content create or think about starting a YouTube channel or any type of platform. Do what you do best. So if you are, if you sew, if you draw, if you sing, do what you enjoy too. And that brings me back to the saying where they always talk about do what you love and you'll never work a day again or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm sure y'all have heard that term before. And y'all, I can say I've heard that term over and over, time and time again. But until like a couple years ago, that was my first time actually experiencing it. You want to be in an environment in which you want to be in. You don't want to have to say, oh my God, this is my life every day. I got to go into a job I hate. I don't like the coworkers. You want to be a part of an atmosphere where you want to belong. You have value. Make sure you're doing things that you just do naturally. So back to it, we talk about our what. So me, I like to say, okay, if I had to describe 3 things about me, I'm going to say, y'all know me, I'm going to say mother. So this is going to help you to kind of know how deep of a dive and what type of content you do. So mother, I'm an RN. We say social media. So start writing down a list of all the things that make you you. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. All the things that make you you, right? So for me, like I said, a mother, a nurse, social media. If you're good at DIY things, write all those things down on your list. Hey y'all, good evening, y'all. Some team late night tonight. But then, so you start writing down, jotting down. Y'all see, I doodle all day. Make sure you are writing things down, y'all. Can't stress it enough. It's a part of that, like alchemy. You're taking things and actually bringing it to reality. So I'm going from dreaming and thinking about things to actually writing them down, creating a plan to actually accomplish them. So make sure y'all actually get you a pen and paper or your notes app or something, okay? And then your win. So if I said a week, I give myself a week, I'm going to actually break it down. Because remember, I do even more detail. I love to be detailed. The more detail, the easier it is for you to follow your blueprint. So I may say the first day I want to at least establish my channel. So that means you may want to create your channel. And then you want to have your banner. And then you may just think through your name, your banner, your channel, and getting everything going aesthetically. And then I would say with social media, it's very important to be consistent throughout. You know, so you don't want to have different names on each platform. So yeah, you're welcome, y'all, for sure. I had to start somewhere, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the industries where, don't get me wrong, thank God to YouTube University, you can pretty much Google, you can search a lot of different topics, but being able to be live and talk to someone about it, I just love that. There are so many things. Write it down and make it plain. That is so true. I wish that I could have asked some things. So y'all, I learned along the way, okay? And I have been on like a content creating journey now since. Thank y'all for the gifts. Y'all double tap too for me, show me some love. But I have been filming and creating content just on all the parts that have made me me. And I have been on my journey now for about 3 years. So let me tell you, just because you start off on one thing does not mean you're going to stay in that same lane. Go where it leads you. And that's why I like to keep my platform about, remember I said it's life with Tan, it's real talk with Tan. And it leaves it open to cover all the things, like I said, that make me me. Remember I told you about that, what? You just start going down and name the things about yourself. So if you're a hairdresser, you need to put hair on there. If you're a mother, put mother. If you do Uber, put Uber. If you have 2 jobs, say that. I had a person with 2 jobs. What did you start your channel with? Oh, that's a great question. So I used to do more medical content. Y'all know I'm a registered nurse, and I'm also a lymphatic therapist. So I had a wealth of experience and certifications in post-surgical clients. So I did a lot of information about surgery, recovering, inflammation, just you name it, but more on the medical side. And you know what? To be honest, too, that type of content that I was doing on the medical side. Oh, thank y'all for the likes. Y'all really been showing me some love, so I appreciate it. But the different type of content, I used to do more improv. And now that I look back at that type of content, I'm like, you know what? I really used to act out a lot of different audios. That was my thing. But, changing with the seasons. So now I do more like this, sit down and talk about subjects and different various topics that really, one, that come to me that I feel like people need to hear. Y'all are showing, thank y'all so much. Y'all are liking the video and showing me so much love. Appreciate it. But I started different type of content. So don't be afraid to switch up. In one season, you may want to produce from a different place. And then as life changes and life happens, you change. And what you want to show is going to be different. Um, so that's a great question. So, and then don't be afraid to start. I think so many people are waiting for a better camera. And y'all know that everybody love, y'all, this is one of the fan faves, right? The people's choice, and that's going to be your DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But when I tell y'all, I started with my iPhone, so I didn't wait until I got the best camera on the market. So I'm telling you, in life in general, don't wait until you have what you deem as the perfect tools. I'm going to tell you to gather what you have. And if you have a message, you have something on your heart to do, just do it. Do it and do it right away. Because I always say, I think people are, one, they let the fear of the effort that they think that a task or a goal takes scare them away from even starting. Or they're waiting for, remember I talk about that perfect time. I'm waiting to have the Pocket 3 before I can start vlogging. Y'all, most people that blow up and over here making money from content are using their cell phone. And how did you learn to edit? Y'all, I have always been a self-motivated, self-taught person. So that's a great question. So you asking the questions. Um, so I started with, I did an Adobe editing app, but really I went to CapCut. I started saying which one is more user friendly. And you know what? No, and I didn't start with those. So let me extra rewind. I started editing within the apps on the different platforms. So if I was on Instagram, I was editing videos through Instagram. If I was on Facebook, I would be editing through Facebook. And then I finally stopped that. And I started editing through CapCut and different other editing platforms. Yeah, thank you, girl. But that's exactly how I started. But remember, I always say the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. So just start. Don't overthink. And this is in anything in life, y'all. This is not just about content, but these are the people that do want to start a YouTube. They want to start a platform. You can definitely do it. Y'all, thank y'all for getting my likes up. I appreciate it. And y'all show me some love. Show me some love. Just start. Don't procrastinate. Don't overthink. I always say just press play. And then you got your how. So what do I need? This is going to be you saying what are the tools that I need to get this done by. Remember we said we got the what and we got the when. Now you got the how. How am I going to do it? Remember I just said don't be waiting on the perfect tools. You see right now, use what you have. And then to use what you have at the best of its ability. So research different settings to make sure that you're maximizing the settings and the quality of production that you can do too. So I say if anything, if I was using a phone, I would still be like I want to have the best quality that I can produce for my audience, my fan base, my community of people. So use the back of your camera. Two, edit. I always say edit because you want to get right to the point. You don't want to have too much dead time or just filler conversation. People's attention span, y'all will be so surprised. You will edit a long video, and it may not perform as well as a shorter video that may be like 7 to 9 seconds. But y'all, it's not the length, it's the message. It's the relatability when it comes to content. Thank y'all. Appreciate it, y'all. It's the relatability. Getting ignored, right? Okay, well. But again, so remember this is a live. So as the message comes to me, I'm going to be giving out the information. Then I'm going to come back into the comments. So, but y'all, that was some good question. What are the questions y'all have? And I thank God too for having a space to do content now. Cause y'all, about 10 years ago, we had just YouTube, but being a content creator on other platforms, it just wasn't a thing. But now people have a space and they have a place to create, a place to show their talents. I was strolling the other day, and y'all, I mean, people are painting beautiful pictures. Y'all, I keep on having a problem with that. Beautiful pictures. They are singing. They are funny. They're DJs. Y'all, it's so many ways now to display your talent. You just have to have the courage to do it. How many videos should you upload per week? You know what? That's a great question too, but that depends on your platform. That if it's YouTube, it depends on if it's Instagram. Because really, I always say that each platform is different. Even my internet family on each platform, they're all different. But I'll say that remember, it's consistency. So if you keep posting every day, and we'll say just showing up at least once a day, right? Your people are going to know that they're going to be able to depend on you. They're going to be able to come on and there's going to be some type of new content from you. So my thing is just whatever schedule you can be consistent with. So I wouldn't dare go in and say create 3 videos or 3 pieces of content a day and expect you to keep that up. So do what you can maintain. Be real with yourself. Remember I said the best type of content to create is content that is just you. It's who you are. It's what you do. You can speak on it freely. And then at a schedule and a posting consistency that you can keep up with it. You don't want to burn yourself out. And that's the real thing too when it comes to creating content or just being a creator and a having and building a community. That's what I want to say. And I say creator because it's all about vision. You know, for me to even come on and share with y'all any type of lives, my pre-recorded videos, you know, I have to ask myself again, remember I talk about that what? It's a part of that what, when, and how. So what am I sharing? I like to come on and talk about real life with Tan. You know, so if I'm talking about, like right now, I'm cold, y'all. I'm a blanket person. So we're getting started, y'all. We're warming up. But I like to talk about motherhood. I like to talk about womanhood. I love to talk about dating. I love to talk about energy. I love to talk about the things that I know. You know, so make sure your content is coming from a place that's just authentically you. Authentically you. Y'all, what questions y'all have? Let's see what we got. Y'all let me know what other questions y'all have, but I can say that I use it as a form of almost therapy. Hey, how y'all doing? A form of therapy. I love being able to create and have fun with it. Whatever you're doing in life, have fun with it. That's why I said make sure it's things that you enjoy doing. How do you get monetized? You know, that's another great question, but remember I told you all platforms are different. Each and every one of them are different as it relates to how you monetize. But what I'm gonna tell you is that it's the same recipe and formula. The same recipe and formula. Make sure that you are just staying consistent with your content, staying within your niche and your lane, and that's one that your audience is choosing for you too. I'm gonna say to me, and that's why I did my page with more of my vlog, every part of my life that's me. I didn't want to just give one part because really your audience, they gonna choose what they want to see from you. They're gonna help you decide. So that's another thing too that I have to definitely say. That's right. Whatever you do, definitely enjoy it. So that was a good question. But each platform is different as it relates to monetization. But that is a good question, y'all. And y'all know I normally like to do my early morning live, so I'll probably stay on just a little bit longer and see if y'all have any more questions, and I'm gonna hop off because I gotta get me some sleep. Remember I told you to get up, and it's just as important as to go down at night. Making sure. But content, and then remember I talk about, just to kind of finish out how I like to break down my goals. The when, the what, and the how. We talk about the how. So how am I gonna post? They go back to like your posting schedule. So remember here what you can do consistently. So we'll say one video a day. And for YouTube, y'all, I love my YouTube shorts. I actually started my channel with shorts. It's just the type of content that I was actually producing first, which was more short form. So that was under a minute. And even I've been on this new page for about a year now. And even YouTube is going to continue to change. So now you can do shorts. It used to be 1 minute. Now you can actually do shorts up to 3 minutes long. So I'm telling y'all, things are going to constantly change. So don't be waiting on, like, it's not double dutch. You got to wait for the right time to jump in. I'm telling you, just get in. Just get in and start paving your own way. Because you will have so many questions, y'all. And definitely get the answers that you need along the way. Do your research. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Do the research for sure. But I always say jump in. You're going to learn on the job training. You'll learn what works for you, what doesn't, what type of content that you want to create. Cook County. I appreciate it. Yep. We are from Cook County. What's that, Florida? But by looking at the insights. Well, insights on what? Chicago. Oh, y'all, that be yarning. Y'all know I'm team early bird, but I've been up working since early in the morning. But again, I talk about that too, having seasons where you may have to clock off out of one and then clock into another one. And you got to just be okay with that too. No, I'm not doing ASMR. That's not this kind of channel. How do you know which content you should do more of? The one that, like, okay, I see what you're saying. So yes, that will be from your insight. It's gonna be the one that your people are choosing. They're gonna be highly engaged with that type of content. They're gonna be commenting. They're gonna be sharing it. So I always say, throw out the type of videos. So if you do hair, you do makeup, you do vlogs, you do story time. Do a little mixture of all of it so you can see what they want. Let them choose. Let them let you know which one they want to see from you. So I think that's a great question. Do you like the lifestyle of being a content creator? You know what? I'll say yes, because I've always loved to capture the moment, and then I feel like it's a way to create, to be able to capture all of these different scenes and be able to put them together in a way that I want to story tell and to be able to voice over. I love it. So I like it. And I'll say the part about it that was different for me with becoming a content creator is being in public and having someone just say your name randomly. So I was in the airport the first time I had it happen out of state. I was sitting down and uh, I was talking, had a whole conversation going with a couple, and the couple, they're about to board their flight, so they get up, they walk away. And when they walk away, a lady approaches me. She said, "Hey, Tan, I follow you." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is my first time, meeting one of my followers in person." But it dawned on me that she had already seen me. She was kind of just waiting on the right time. Thank you. Thank y'all for the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up. Give me some love. She was just saying like, I follow you. I love your page. Her daughter was with her. She brought her kids over and everything, y'all. And I was just like, man, like, you really do reach people. And she was actually from the north, like Detroit or something. And I was in another state because at the time I was living in Texas. So it was just a beautiful experience to be like, man, content creating and having a platform has allowed me to make relations with people from all over the world. And it is such a beautiful thing. And then, or being in the grocery store and like, "Hey, Tan." And your normal reaction when it first started happening, I kind of like, kind of like squint, like trying to see like, who is that? But now I'm like, okay, it may be someone they say it with such confidence. Now, when I hear it, I know it. I'm like, and I say, "Hey, how you doing?" But I wouldn't trade it. I love it. I love that God has given me a voice, a outlet to be able to help lead and encourage other people. So I love it. Them braids look like they took 10 hours. I would not sit nowhere for no 10 hours. I don't have 10 hours to give nobody. So that ain't take 10 hours. I'm talking to God. I don't know what to do with that. Talking to God. It's okay, girl. Do exactly what you create your own community of people talking about God. And then I want it to be from a space just like that, Angela. I want you to start your page and it can be based off of being a God fearing woman in a world where you feel like you don't know where it fit in. That can be your glue, and that's the void. Maybe speak about God and be the connection between people going from worldly ways to godly ways. Just talk about what you know. So sometimes that is the answer. The answer being you the whole time. I'm doing good. Oh, good morning. Look, what side of the world you on? It's look night. I guess it is morning though now, y'all. It's midnight. So it just depends on where you are. But a lot of times, y'all, the I always think about inventions too. When people come up with the best inventions, it's because they solved a common problem. So you see how Angela, you just said like, I want to talk about God, but where do I do it? Create your own lane. Create your own space. Do you listen to worldly music? What you consider worldly music? You find you from India. Okay. Love it. So those were some good questions, y'all, as it relates to creating content and just creating from who you are. Okay, anything that's outside of gospel, yes. I listen to all type of music. So yes. I love music. I create music myself. Yeah, thank you. I'm honestly I enjoy coming on late night and answering questions, and remember I told y'all I do it for y'all. I really do. This is that. It's free just to give back what you know. It is free to give back what you know. Hey, what's up? What's up? Good night, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, it's morning now, y'all. So, no, I'm not gonna play any music. Y'all know YouTube like the copyright. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna hop off since it seemed like but y'all great questions. Now I love doing that. Sorry if I asked that you go back to the same braider. Okay, D. So D follow. No, D. I went back to a different braid shop. Cause remember I told you I couldn't get down with the one telling me I was lying about taking that one braid out. Man, y'all know I ain't doing it. I don't have to lie. My channel is about life with Tan, so it's all things me. I am a mother, entrepreneur. I'm a spiritual coach. I am a motivator. I'm a woman of God. I am a person that wants to overshare with my internet family because I love to do that. So I like to come on live and just chop it up with y'all, spend time and see if y'all have any questions, and we're doing a lot more of that. So makeup and a little of everything. Yeah, go ahead, shoot. What questions? I'm open for any questions that y'all have. Honestly, so social media and content creating is not for the poorest. And I say porous, which means you absorb other people's energy. You absorb other people's opinion. So I don't look at it. I don't read it. I am the queen of the block. So you'll know that your people that's meant to find you will find you. If you follow me, I always say what's meant for you won't miss you. So you got people. Remember, a lot of it. Some of this may be children. Some are just psychotic adults. But I don't look at it. I don't read it, and I am so thankful for the good moderators like I have. We get them out of here. So just don't read. Remember, you're on a mission. You're on a purpose. Your page, your platform is given to you for you to showcase your talent, your gift. So you don't focus on the distractions when you're focused on doing what your calling is. Right now, I yarn, but I'm not worried about sleep right now because I'm up doing what I'm called to do. I'm up being obedient to the ones that are on because they took something from this live tonight. So I'm doing it for those people, not the ones that are on with nothing else to do. So I appreciate it, Grant. I appreciate it. Amen. How early you got to get up to get your kids off to school? It varies, but I always say my rule of thumb is to get yourself up at least at minimum 30 minutes before your kids, but I love an hour. You'll be surprised what an hour feels like in mom time and dad time and a long time if you get up an hour before the kids in the morning. So that's a good question. I like that. What other questions y'all got for me? That sleep is held off when I get to talking and especially about something I'm passionate about. You see, I light up. I light up when it comes to things that I like to talk about. But I'm going to turn it in. I'm going to go ahead and take it in, take it in, take it down, and get me some sleep. Remember, y'all, like I said, the go down is just as important as to get up in the morning. That's a good question, too. So only share what you want to share. Only share what you want to share. Remember, I talked about your what? So, mother, remember I told you you're going to write it down on a list. And know that the internet, once you push send, once you put hit upload, it's out there for the world to see, and it's never coming back. So just always show what you want to show. Be intentional. Post with intention. Is when people post with emotion. They post out of anger. They post out of, a place that's not intentional. They're letting the moment take the wheel. They post things that they don't, post and delete. Take that down. So just be intentional. Yeah, and their emotions, And don't get me wrong, it depends on what type of content you are creating. Now, if you are coming on and you say, y'all, I'm going to give you my honest review on this Kate Spade Cherry perfume and lotion. This is the best that's out there. Be happy, post about it. If you're doing reviews, post about it. But what I'm talking about is if you normally do content about water bottles and then you got upset and now you talking about something that's totally different. So I'm saying if stay on within the same scope. So, and I would say you don't have to niche all the way down, but don't, have a core. Have a core to the type of content that you speak about and you do. Oh, Jason, sorry to hear that. But just be intentional about what you're posting. Like I said, I have a content plan calendar. This is what I'm posting. This has been uplifting. I appreciate it. I'm glad that it was uplifting for you. Do you have to show your face? Angel, oh, you know what? Angel, no, absolutely not. There's so many faceless channels now that you don't have to show your face. You can just use your voice. But then I always say be creative. So if you just do your audio, that means you're leaning more towards a podcast only, and that's fine too. So create from a place that you feel comfortable, but I'm telling you, it's gonna feel strange in the beginning because you're not used to creating. You're not used to being in front of the camera. You're not used to talking nonstop and not having anyone, like really talking back to you. You're hoping that, people are going to be interactive in the chat. Thank you. Show you love and like and repost and be interactive with your content. So that's what you hope for. But I'm telling you, the more you do it, the more you're going to build your confidence at it. So ladies, you got to have your own identity. Do the things that's calling you. Don't let fear paralyze you. So if you want to start your channel, if you want to start that business, if you want to change into a new profession, I'm telling you to take the leap. Take the leap. And yeah, you can just do audio. There's so many ways around it. Like I said, if you're doing content, there's all kind of faceless content. You have podcasts where it's just your audio. There's so many ways to create now. And I think that's a beautiful place for us to be as women, because we can express ourselves in so many different ways now. That's actually income earning as well. No, but that's a great question. I love it. I love when y'all are interactive and liking the live and commenting and posting these good questions, y'all. Those are some great questions. Thank you, Michelle, for the gift. Thank you. Yeah. So what are the questions y'all have? Thank you. Whether it's about content or posting, and just y'all let me know what y'all thinking tonight. Like I said, y'all know I'm normally team early bird, so up early. Yeah. Just focusing on having good energy, creating a life that we want. And y'all know that each morning is a new start. So knowing how to not carry over the baggage from yesterday, the worries of yesterday. Everything's going good. How you doing? Oh no, it's fine. Remember, I told you, long as I'm up and I'm interacting and talking, I'm able to stay up. So y'all just keep the questions coming. Make sure y'all interact. Double tap for me. Double tap. It's so inspirational. I appreciate it. I pray. I literally pray for this, y'all. I say, God, help me to deliver a message that somebody is needing to hear. You know, if I have a life story, if I have a knowledge that I can give to somebody, I'm just hoping it make a difference. That's all I'm asking for, y'all. And y'all to show me some love. Double tap, make sure y'all comment. One thing about being a creator or just having the heart and the courage to be consistent, to keep coming in front of the camera, is that we read the comments. We love the positive, uplifting comments. We love the interaction, the double taps, the likes, the heart, y'all. It helps creators keep going too. So you'll see it when you're in these shoes, for sure. So no, so y'all, I am saying that's a great, I should do that, introduce myself again for anyone that's new here. But I'm saying more of a lifestyle influencer. I create content on motherhood, on um, divorce, life after breakup, a lot of relationship advice, spiritual advice as well. So just making sure that I am just sharing the things that make me me, the things that I feel like, I can give back to. Again, when you know better, you do better. So if I can give back something that helps you to be a better person, I hope to be a positive influence or inspiration in some way. And no, not every woman have no subscription for that. Why do people just automatically assume that? Thank you, girl. Pisces, she don't play. Don't play with her at all. But y'all, I am going to jump off and I'll see y'all in a couple hours. I can't stay in the morning, but I'm gonna hop off and y'all just, if you have questions, make sure y'all save them for me and I'll be on the next one. Good night, my YouTube fam. Good night.